Keys, for what I remember on 24/7 Sports, is about 6'2", 200 pounds. This reminds me a lot of Justin Jefferson, okay? When this guy pops up on the tape right here, you're going to notice very linear athlete, Kirby, not super thick in the lowers, all right? He's got very thin ankles, got very thin legs, but man, can he route. He's got immediate separation in his route concepts. But, buddy, I'm telling you, this is a freak. This is one of those ones,
I've never seen someone high point and then low point in football.
Yeah, while doing it one-handed. Yeah, 100%. He double moves a guy here in a second and completely walks away from him out of the screen in immediate. The ball skills are tremendous as well. That basket catch was off the fingertips right there.
Did Devontae Adams kind of break Devontae Smith kind of break the mold of like you have to
having to be a thick guy?
You have to be a thick guy, otherwise you won't hold up.
I don't think it was him. I think it was the combination of these run of receivers in the NFL, starting with OBJ, Jarvis Landry out of LSU led the league in receptions. All right, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, on to these next guys. Our man A.J. Brown. Okay, all these wide receivers that you're seeing dominate over the last 10 years of the NFL, they're all 6'1". They're all 200 pounds. None of them look like Calvin Johnson. All right, the last wide receiver to look like Calvin Johnson and dominate the league is Calvin Johnson. All right, so they're kind of moving more towards this. How much can you get open? How open can you get? How much coverage can you beat? How much separation can you create? Okay. This guy creates a bunch of it.
I'll tell you, hit pause. We've got a super sub of $20.
All right, we'll get that in between these two. All right, this is the double move I was telling you about, Kirby. When they show you this at the start of this slant, it's a sluggo. He's going to sell the slant and then run the go off this off coverage. When we see him, all right, look at the coverage right there and how close they are, and look how much separation he creates at the top of that when we finally get him back into the photo. This man is something scary. Now, from what I see on indications early on, I think this is a Tennessee lean coming out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. All right, but you would imagine Lane Kiffin's got his claws into this one. You would imagine Alabama's trying to talk to him. You would imagine everybody, Texas, okay, LSU, everybody in the surrounding areas probably trying to get heavily involved here with Trent Keys.
He's on everybody's board.
Yes. Tristan Keys, excuse me.
This might be some of the more impressive like in-air ball skills I've seen.
Oh, buddy, we're just getting started, okay? I got tape tonight that, all right, is some of the best tape in high school football right now over the next 4 or 5 guys we're going to watch. Not only in this hour, we're going to spin it back again in the local hour and do this as well with you. Let's keep watching my man Tristan for a couple more plays and see if we got anything else worth, praising right here. All right, so now we're going to get him into a bunch because we got to hide him a little bit. All right. Oh, my God. Could you throw that any higher? We're going to high point this. Oh, my God.
Whoa.
I love how we drew the contact. Did you see this, Kirby?
He did.
Almost like a basketball player running through the paint. We're going to draw the contact from this corner, lean back into him, and then go catch the football. We obviously got the flag as well. This guy's very, very well polished and obviously a little bit of a freak in the metrics.
That's not a 16, 17-year-old type play.
Yeah,
we just throwing it
up. I mean, literally the only negative on this eval is he's not 200 pounds. He's a little bit thin, but who cares at this point? We see, again, is Justin Jefferson the last 5 years been the best wide receiver, most consistent wide receiver in the league?
You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone else.
And he ain't thick. He ain't one of these thick dudes. That's why Justin Jefferson is indeed the player comp for me. All right, now we're going to go watch my man Jet Washington. Now, Kirby, I think I already told you how big this guy is, so I don't want you to answer. But I want the chat, as we start to watch this film from this safety from Bishop Gorman, I want the chat to try to guess just how tall this individual is based off the film that we're going to watch, okay? Because when I tell you how large he is, it's going to blow your mind based off the movement skills that he displays, like this first play right here. Let me spin this back for you, okay? Again, Jet Washington out of Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas. Look how much ground this young man covers, okay?
What the hell?
Bro, what the hell is exactly right? What the hell is exactly right? Wait till you see this next clip too, because we just saw him play center field safety, cover a shitload of ground, go high point the football, and pull it down. Watch this, okay? We're going to get a double move against a single high safety. We're going to murder a young man on the sideline over there, okay? And then we're going to get back to playing deep safety again, and we're going to cover a stupid amount of ground. Guys, he was on the right hash over there. He caught that interception on the left hash. All right, same thing here. All right. Now, I'm going to give the chat, we're going to murder someone. I'm going to give the chat a little bit more time to guess how big this kid is. All right. Because, again, this reminds me a lot of a Texas signee in this class. Jonah Williams, the safety out of, I believe, the state of Texas, signed with Texas this year. This kid reminds me a lot of him. And there's questions about exactly what Jonah's going to play. I think this guy might have a little bit more top-end speed than even Jonah does.
He reminds me of a taller version of Taylor Mays.
He's not, bro. Taylor was so thick.
He was thick, but he was exceptionally tall for the safety position.
You know what this kid thinks he's going to be when I tell you his size. This kid's 6'5", 205. Ooh. This kid's 6'5", 205, and I guarantee you every coach in America is telling them, we can make you the next Kyle Hamilton. That's what they're telling this kid.
6'3"?
Kyle Hamilton's 6'4", a full 6'4".
Oh, God.
Kyle Hamilton is a full 6'4", 205. All right, and this kid, that's what they're probably telling him he can be. We think you might be able to be Kyle Hamilton. And, I mean, Jesus, the tape is insane. Now, what we don't see a ton of is him, turning and running. I think we're going to see him pick the football up and return it for a touchdown here. Yeah.
Also, not seeing, now, again, you might not have to when you're playing this highest two-man safety, but not a lot of alley filling. But, again, you might not need to. Oh, good, that one didn't reload the ad.
All right, so now we watched backs yesterday. We watched Georgia's backs on the local hour. We watched Derek Cooper. We watched the height kid, Savion Hyder, out of I want to say, don't know. Either way, massive prospect, Virginia. He's from Virginia. All right, we watched all those guys that Georgia's recruiting. I don't think Georgia's in on KJ Edwards, but I'm in on KJ Edwards. Wait till you see this tape, Kirby. We were waiting for one of them explosive backs on the tape last night. I found me one right here. And he's from the state of Texas. First clip's going to be in a state championship football game. And, we found go-go juice today, boys. We found go-go juice today.
See him pull away.
Oh, yeah, he going to pull away.
Yeah.
Now, here's the deal. 5'9", 185 pounds. Not a big kid.
Not an issue,
okay?
bro.
Not a huge kid. But what I like, you're going to see a bunch of work in between the tackles like that right there.
Jump cut.
Yeah, man. Dead legs are insane.
Does he score?
Yeah. I think the first 7 clips are touchdowns, buddy. The short area quickness on this guy is absurd.
This is like if you put Dejon Edwards on like 1.5 speed, watching a YouTube video.
Yeah. Yo is right. I don't know where KJ Edwards is going to end up. I would love to see him in the stretch zone scheme that Texas is running. But Texas, their profile at Texas right now, in my opinion, is 6'2", 210 and above, like Cedric Baxter, or world-class track guy and a very linear body like Jaden Blue. There is no in-between. This guy's an in-between guy for them. I don't know where he's going to end up, but Jesus. There is no catching this guy on high school tape either. I've been really impressed over the last day or so watching him. The in between the box cuts are just they're goofy. This is what high school 5-star running back tape should look like.
On this kid?
I don't have one. All right, but again, you're playing it. I would say this would be the equivalent of 4 or 5A high school football here in the state of Georgia. It's not Duncanville. It's not DeSoto. It's not those big schools out in Texas that look like they're playing in D1 facilities. This is the equivalent of really big high school football in the state of Georgia, in my opinion. I mean, I always look at these things, the outward, environments of just how large the football means to the resounding areas.
Damn, he's fast.
Yeah, buddy. He can flat out go. Love that tape from that young man. All right, our last National Hour tape. Talona Elely. Now, Talona Elely,
like a hard hitter.
Yeah, Talona Elely plays in the big boy conference out there in California. So he's playing St. John Bosco. He's playing Mater Dei. He's playing all of those perennial. They got 12, 15, Division I football players. This is sophomore tape that we're watching right now. Everyone in the industry thinks this kid's going to Oregon. Christian, to me, he reminds me a lot of watching Noah Sewell without questions of whether or not you're going to be 260 pounds. Every time I watched Noah in high school, I knew he was going to outgrow the position. Everyone knew he was going to outgrow the position, and he did, and it was for the worst of his overall NFL career, right? I don't know how much bigger this kid's going to get. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think he's going to grow his way out of the position, and he's got tremendous movement skills, all right? And again, we are watching sophomore tape, I turned some of the junior tape on against individual matchups like St. John Bosco and Mater Day. I think it's a really, really good football player. And this is what it sold it for me, Kirby. We're 15, 16 years old, and we know to punch that football out right there. A super instinctual football player.
First two plays are you recognize a screen and you go blow it up, and then you punch a football out.
The whole tape, the reason we got him on here tonight, Kirby, is all instinctual, and I can't teach you football plays like this right here. I think the next snap, he's lined up with his hands in the dirt. Okay, maybe in a couple of snaps from now. All right, but I think this is him attacking the football on a pass rusher. He's going to swipe at this thing after running this guy down, trying to create another fumble. We're dislodging the football. We have natural playmaking instincts. This is it right here. All right, watch this, Kirby. All right, he's in a goal line situation. I think this is Bosco. All right, he's in a goal line situation. He's going to notice motion towards him, and he's going to start to bump his alignment. Watch this. Boom. Slide his alignment just a little bit, and now he's going to start setting edge and playing football. All right, it's a sophomore doing that, guys. So really, really smart, instinctual football player. I'm excited about what that's going to look like going into his senior year out there in California.